What's going on, Wacky Cat? Gonna talk a little bit about WWE 2K23. We're so super excited. But here's something a little weird I saw. When I type in on Google WWE 2K23, for some reason AEW Fight Forever pops up. The competition is fierce. You put the other game in, the new competition shows up. Well, anyway, we all excited about this 2K23 and AEW Fight Forever. 2K23, we don't know what to expect. And as the year of 2023 is here, I feel kind of, I don't know, strange to kept have asking 2K to tell us about 2K23 in the year 2022. We kept asking. We was excited. And you really think about it, like, why was we asking about a game that's coming out for next year, which is this year? We kept asking over and over, when is game coming out? When is game coming out? When we already had a game, we already had WWE 2K22. What was the rush? We was kind of rushing. I think the reason why is the rollout for 2K22 was so long, and we thought it would be the same way with WWE 2K23, which I don't think it will be. Obviously, it's not. I think as we wind down here, 2K23 release may be more condensed, obviously, than what 2K22 reveal was, because the reveal lasted a long time. Like I said, months and months and months, showing us this, 1 month showing us that. I think it's going to be a completely different story with 2K23. And I think news will come out. Now, according to Twitter, someone on Twitter, according to Twitter, they said, according to WWE News, a Twitter account dedicated to new information about the game, more details about the game will come out by the end of January, which is this month. It most likely means that an announcement will take place during 2023 Royal Rumble. Now that's a rumor here, and that's the account on Twitter. I believe it. I believe that we will get information either next month or the end of this month. We have to. WWE 2K23 has to come out this year. It's not officially announced, but they're going to get the ball rolling at some point, and it's better to get the ball rolling now rather than later. Now, everyone for the longest has been saying, well, they should stick to the March release date. Now, we don't really know. We are speculating, but I said this before, we're not really used to WWE 2K games releasing a game so quickly. Because if they release it at the end of the month and they release information and trailer reviews and trailer reveals in February, then the next month you're talking about March they're coming out. That's too quick. But they may stick to it. It may be a quick rollout. It could be a quick rollout where they show the gameplay, they show the footage. February they just keep showing footage, and then March, boom, here's the game. It could go out like that. We don't know. This is unpredictable. Or, in my opinion, the most likely event is it gets revealed at the end of this month or February, early February, and then it doesn't come out in March. It comes out maybe April, May, June. That's the most accurate, to me, prediction of when WWE 2K23 will get released. And it makes sense. We're excited about the DLC, what covered athlete will be on 2K23. I think we're more excited about the whole rollout process of WWE 2K games. That's more exciting than anything. Who's going to be on the cover? What DLC they're going to have? It's like a whole event in themselves. Will they bring this wrestler back? They should bring this guy back. Well, what new GM mode? What they're going to do to GM mode? What they're going to do to universe mode? All that excitement has got us really impatient. 2K22 is still there, but now I think people are slowly backing away from 2K22 and ready for the next installment. That's how, for the most part, that's how they've been rolling. That's how the game's been coming. You play the game for a year, then you get, and then as the next game prepares to come out, you get ready for that. Now, how long is this 2K22 cycle, the play cycle, is going to last? Is it going to, if they do it in March, then the play cycle is just a year. If they release 23 in March, do they want it to extend? As far as patches are concerned, I don't think they have made a patch. I think the last patch was the 1.20 patch with WWE 2K22. So that's a telltale sign to me that they're pumping the brakes on 2K22's faction cards possibly, and they're now focusing on taking all that stuff, taking all their resources to the new installment 2K23, which will be a good idea. So we're all predicting what type of style this game would be. Hit different style. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really epic, I think. I think this game is going to be really satisfying. Now, the problems that 2K22 has had, hopefully they will be eliminated and addressed in 2K23. And though I was critical, and I still am critical about 2K22, I have to say that they're on the next gen console, and I believe next gen consoles, when the games get to next gen consoles, anything can go wrong that the developer wouldn't expect. Like, oh man, so it's their first rodeo. This will be their second rodeo with next gen, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X. So hopefully they're ironed all those problems out, like deleted data that plagued a lot of us with 2K22, the creation street, the creation suite, and the missing created wrestlers. Hopefully that will be eliminated. Hopefully that they pinpoint accuracy fixed all those problems. To the cover athlete, everyone, it's kind of like a no-brainer, but sometimes, it's unpredictable. They don't give us exactly what we want. They put a little curveball because, we try to predict these things and they throw a curveball. Everyone is saying, including myself, that Cody Rhodes deserves to be the cover wrestler on WWE 2K23. He deserves it. He's been riding with the WWE for a very long time, years and years, even though he did go to AEW for that stint. But he deserves it. He's back. So I'm predicting they either put Cody Rhodes on the cover or they put two cover athletes, a female wrestler, on there with her. Maybe Bianca Belair. That's Charlotte Flair. They put those two, a guy and a girl, or they just have one athlete, Cody Rhodes, or they do something like we haven't seen them ever do. But other wrestling games have done this in the past. Other WWE, WWF games put multiple superstars all on the cover. Have 4, 5, or 6 wrestlers on the cover. Could this be a possibility? I believe this could be a possibility, a curveball, if you will. We're thinking we're going to put one wrestler because there are a lot of deserving wrestlers that need to be on the cover. Drew McIntyre should be on the cover. Roman Reigns, though he's been on the covers, the last cover Roman Reigns was on was WWE 2K20, and that was a little stain, on the tribal chief legacy there. He needs to get redeemed with a proper game. Not that 2K20 wasn't a proper game, but we all know that the drama with that. So Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the longest reigning Universal Champion, needs to be on the cover too. So maybe they should put these 3 and 4, possibly 5, possibly deserving superstars: Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes all on the cover. That would be awesome. Or they make certain additions, because they've done that with NBA 2K. They've had different covers for different athletes. They had James Harden on one cover one year. In the same year, they had Anthony Davis, all on the same year. It was just different covers. You can pick which cover you want. So that would be cool if they have a cover separate with Cody Rhodes edition cover. Well, not making an edition. It's the standard edition, but just have him on the cover. Have, we can take our pick which one we want. That would be kind of cool, and they should do that. They might do that because they never done that with a WWE 2K game. That would be pretty cool. These superstars deserve all to be on the cover. Universe mode, I believe, is going to get a facelift. I don't know exactly what their facelift is. I think they tried to do something to satisfy us with 2K22 with the superstar mode with universe mode. But universe mode is so unique. They don't want to tinker with that too much. They don't want to mess it up too much. So I think they may add some stuff rather than take away everything. Or like I said in previous videos, it would be a really smart idea. And if they had time to do it, enough time to make this thing work, it will be a absolutely positively marvelous idea if they somehow, some way, incorporated GM mode in the universe mode. If they had the time to do it, I mean, you got to think that they thought about this. They might have thought about this. It's basically the same mode, if you ask me, but you're just managing with money. Don't be surprised if they have a GM universe mode. I'm predicting this, even though it's far out their idea. I'm predicting this because the resource, instead of concentrating on two resources, two modes, combine the two and focus all into one pot rather than, because us universe mode guys going to be asking, oh, you need to do this to universe mode, and the new GM mode guys that like GM mode going to be like, oh, this is bare bones. And instead of taking those resources and pumping two, combine them and make them extraordinary, and they will be legendary. Now, you may have some of us say, oh, why I can't do that? Well, I believe you can still do everything you want to do. You can possibly take off GM mode. The possibilities are endless. DLC, that's going to be really interesting as well. I'm predicting, obviously, new superstars. Who's who of new superstars. They need to bring back Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle wasn't in WWE 2K22. They're obviously going to have Cody Rhodes. The old Kane, the 98 Kane, the old school Kane. All the great superstars that they had in previous, that 2K22 surprisingly didn't have. They're all going to come back. I believe all the DLC from 2K22, the superstars may come back. So some of the celebrities though may not come back, I believe. But it's going to be really exciting, regardless. And though a lot of us say we're done with 2K, we're gonna peek our head in and see what's going on and see if anything changes and try it out, because I believe a lot of us want 2K to win. We don't want 2K. We want to have a great wrestling game. The frustrations of WWE 2K22, there was frustrations. The deleted data was a extremely big frustration, and it's not talked about a lot. I'm literally still to this day, because I talked about it as soon as it happened, and I'm still talking about it every now and then, but I tried to stop talking about it so much, not dwell on it. But that was a big deal. And though I don't 100%, I can't discern if it's fixed in 2K22, I can say that I really be seriously shocked if this deleted data issue will go on to 2K23. I think they're going to clean it up. They're going to fix it and make sure whatever happens. I think what could have happened in the next gen, but then it was happening to play old gen, last gen. So I don't know. And that was a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people was upset. A lot of people said they was done with this game. So hopefully that's fixed. Issue that really didn't really get addressed. It didn't really get addressed, and that was the downside, a little bit disappointing side, a little bit from 2K. They really didn't address that. They just say, okay, we got patches, but what about the deleted data? Oh, we got patches. They didn't really say too much, but it's all good. I'm not going to dwell on it. I know we're not going to dwell on it. We're so close to 2K23 that we're just going to look on to the new installment, because there have been other games, other 2K games that's come out and that did stuff we didn't like. I don't know about deleted data. That's a huge issue. But nevertheless, hopefully we're going to get some news really soon. I'm excited. Now they do got new competition. AEW Fight Forever is coming out, and I'm predicting that I believe what's going to end up happening with AEW Fight Forever and WWE 2K23. I believe WWE 2K23 is going to announce their release date first, and probably shortly after, and these are all theories and predictions and speculations, then AEW Fight Forever is going to release that date. It could be a possibility that AEW Fight Forever, seeing that in reality WWE 2K is their competition as far as gaming, they could be watching WWE 2K23 release date. They could be trying to see and market their game in a way not to be competing with WWE 2K23. Because say what you want about 2K games and 2K23, they are a juggernaut in the game. They are a juggernaut in the wrestling game. Make no mistake about it. I don't know what you heard. I may complain about deleted data. We may complain about this. We complain about that. For the last decade, they have been running wrestling games, and they are the monster. They are the unstoppable force. They are the unstoppable force and the unmovable object, WWE 2K games. Don't get it twisted. So AEW Fight Forever could be looking at that. I don't think it will be wise, in my opinion, to bring this game out as close to, you want to kind of separate yourself. So don't be surprised, guys. And this are my theories, the speculation. Don't be surprised if AEW Fight Forever comes out even later than what we originally think. Because a lot of us, including myself, think that it's going to come out in the first quarter of 2023. If WWE 2K23 comes out the first quarter, it will be extremely wise, if you ask me, for AEW Fight Forever to at least come out the second quarter. Distance yourself by 3 months at least. Distance yourself. Coming out the same month, close to the month, you don't want to have that. I think that's what's going on here. AEW coming soon is to let us know the game is coming. It's speculation, but I think WWE 2K. I honestly, in my opinion, think they're waiting for 2K games to announce their game release date, and then release theirs accordingly. I know we're excited about the No Mercy wrestling style. I'm super excited about that. They've been running things for a very long time. I'm just saying that point of view. Now, whichever game is better, AEW Fight Forever appears to be better than WWE 2K23. That's a whole nother opinion. We still got to wait for what's going WWE 2K23, what type of game style they're going to have, because there's no guarantee that 2K23 is going to have the exact same hit different style as 2K22. Don't be surprised if they change some stuff drastically. You know what's going to be the telltale sign? As soon as we see the trailer, now they're going to show. Now I think we're going to first show, just like with the Rey Mysterio deal with 2K22, they're going to could show us the superstars models, coming out to the entranceway. I think that's going to be the first. But the telltale sign is going to be when they get in the ring and we start to see the actual gameplay, not just see the rendering of the superstars walking to the cutscene type style reveal. We're going to be, the telltale sign is when they're in the ring and they're actually fighting. That's when you're going to tell if this game is, whoa, they really changed this, or whoa, they didn't change much, but they did change it. That's the with AEW Fight Forever. They already show us what they're going to be like in the ring when the gameplay, and it's absolutely marvelous. And if you ask me, I'm going to be honest, and I'm keeping it real. Though I believe, though it is fact that WWE 2K games is the juggernaut, AEW Fight Forever No Mercy style is the best way to play the video game. To me, in my opinion, being a super fan of WWF No Mercy, that's the greatest control scheme, way to play the video game, way to play a wrestling video game, if you ask me. No one beats that. Not WWE 2K22, not WWE 2K19. As much as we love WWE 2K19, the No Mercy style, WWF No Mercy style, and what AEW appears to be doing the same style, no one competes with that, if you ask me, the way you play the game. Now, the graphics, obviously the graphics, I don't think AEW Fight Forever is trying to compete graphically with WWE 2K. They can't compete. I'm going to be honest. They can't compete graphically with WWE. I don't think they're trying to do that. I think they're just trying to go back to making it simpler, making the gameplay simpler, where we don't have to do all these mini games, all this stuff. They want to cater to our old school and then get the new school guys and gals into it too. Like, look, this is the easier way to play wrestling games. Even though the graphics are decent, they're great, but they're not super realistic, super rendered like WWE 2K games, if you know what I mean. If you can understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so I guess the countdown begins, and we're going to see how much credibility this guy on Twitter has. Whoever this guy or corporation is, or whoever this is, because they're saying that we're going to most likely get news about some major news or some type of news on Twitter about this guy on Twitter saying about WWE 2K23 and the end of January. So if we get some news, get some major news within the end of January or the beginning of February, this guy, WWE 2K News guy on Twitter, his credibility is going to go way up, at least with me, because this guy knows what he's talking about if we start seeing news. So from that point on, if you're not following this Twitter handle, WWE 2K23 News, WWE 2K23 News, if you're not watching, you need to start following him, because his credibility is going to skyrocket if there is news sometime, because this guy obviously knows what he's talking about. And I don't know if it's an official WWE 2K23 from them. I don't know. But if it, like I said, you might want to start paying attention to him now if you're not following the guy. I'm going to have to start following the guy. I just made a Twitter myself. I'm going to start following the guy. Well, anyway. Yeah. So it's going to be a big gaming year, regardless of what game. It's going to be a bunch of games coming out. It's a great time to be a gamer. PlayStation 5s are fully stocked, guys. PlayStation 5s are fully stocked. You can go online, go to your nearest Walmart, go to your nearest Target, go to your nearest Best Buy, and purchase a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and S. Now, don't quote me on this one. They're available too. I haven't seen too many Xbox Series X's, though, I'm going to be honest. But I believe they are available too. So get your console and get ready for a great gaming year of 2K23 of the year 2023. We're going to have a lot of wrestling games, had a few wrestling games here and there. We're going to have Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, Redfall. So many games I can't even announce. It's going to be a really productive year for gaming. So consoles are available, like I said. So we all can play. We all can get down. And the Nintendo Switch. You got the new Zelda game coming out for the Nintendo fans. I'm a Nintendo fan too. I got a Switch. So, yeah. So many games. And WWE 2K23, we're ready for you. Bring it. We're patiently waiting. I'm not gonna say patiently waiting, because we were kind of impatient. I ain't gonna lie. The whole 2022, we was asking about WWE 2K23. And I was one of the guys. I was like, man, when is this game coming out? I'm trying to be like, be patient. Now hindsight is 2020. Now I'm looking at it like, why was we rushing WWE 2K23? I mean, I can understand AEW Fight Forever, but why was we rushing WWE 2K23 to come out when we had a game that year come out, WWE 2K22? I think we're just so excited. We love how the rollout goes. And we want new features. We want new GMOs. We want the best of the best with wrestling games. Well, anyway, I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'm out.